You need to shorten your CV, but you're unsure what to remove. Or is it taking too long? Are you looking for simple tips to trim your CV with minimal effort? If yes, you're in the right place. Hi YouTube, my name is Matt and I'm a career coach at Elevation Career, helping you to achieve all your career advancement goals through practical, top-notch training. One of the most common resume mistakes is making it too long. If a resume is not concise, it loses readability, and really, no one likes to read lengthy CVs. And how long should a resume be? What is the ideal length? Perhaps the best answer is a quote from a famous mathematician named Pascal. He once said, "If I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter." What Pascal is saying is that he would rather write a shorter, more concise letter, but it takes more effort to achieve brevity. In the same way, the best and the most effective resume is one that is distilled to contain only the most critical and essential information. And that is the reason I made this video. Today, I'm going to let you in on 3 simple and easy tips so that you can shorten your CV fast and with minimal effort. Let's go. Tip number 1, get rid of the work history section altogether. What is the work history section? Work history or experience summary is a list of companies, dates of employment, and titles that serves as a quick overview of your career history. Like this one. In this resume, this section here is the work history. An overview and a list of employment history with company names, dates, and titles. There's nothing wrong with having work history. It's just that often it is redundant because the same information will be present in the work experience, the main work experience section anyway. If your CV has a work history section and you need to save space, you can simply remove this entire portion, which could reduce the CV length by up to half a page, depending on the length of your history. Next, remove old work experience. One of the easiest and most space-saving ways is removing old work experience. Many CVs include detailed descriptions of old work experiences that go back 10 to 20 plus years for completeness sake. But there's really no need to do that. For jobs that are older than 10 years, their relevance is considerably lower. And few companies, if any, will read that far. If you need to reduce your resume length, you can truncate old experience to save space. You can really go at it and leave only the company name, the job title, and dates if you want. Please just remember not to remove the entire employment record, however, because that could raise questions at the background checking stage. Let me show you. As you can see, the experience from here onward is relatively old, over 10 years, but still contains a lot of details which we can trim down. You may want to leave just 1 to 2 sentences or only the employment record. For this one, I'm leaving 1 sentence, and for the next one, only the employment record is kept, which consists of, again, the company name, job title, and dates. One exception to this tip is if the most relevant experience you have for the position you're applying for is from a long time ago. Maybe you want to switch back to the industry you were in previously, or move back to a career you had 10 years ago. In such a case, you should expand on the most pertinent and relatable work you have done, regardless of how old it is, and try curtailing other less relevant experiences. And the last tip, remove the last 30%. After removing the work history section and trimming old experiences, there is still one more straightforward step you can take, and that is cutting 30% of your work experience content. You see, most people do not read the whole resume, including the work experience. They mainly skim through the CV, and as a result, most employers will only read the top maybe 5 to 6 items under each company. This means if your work experience contains more than 10 sentences under each company, you can remove around 30% of your work experience with pretty much minimal impact. By the way, this is a reason why it's so important. It's imperative to capture the reader's attention quickly. If you want to learn how to grab the employer's attention with your resume, check out this video up here or here. Here is how you remove the last 30% of your work experience. First, you prioritize your points by importance/relevance and reorder them based on the priority. The most important experience at the top. And then remove the last 30% at the bottom. You don't even have to try and integrate them. You can if you want, of course, but the return on investment will be quite low because these are the least essential, least relevant experiences that you have. And again, the vast majority of readers will not even read them. Let's do this one together. Let's say that you want this work experience shorter. First, as mentioned, prioritize your sentences based on importance/relevance and reorder them. And then remove the last 30% at the bottom here. As you can see, if you do this for multiple companies, you can save sizable space right away. To recap, 3 simplest and fastest ways if you want to shorten your CV with minimal effort are: number 1, remove the work history section. Number 2, significantly reduce the old experience from over 10 to 20 years ago. And lastly, remove the least significant 30% of your work experience. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful in any way, please click the like button below and consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me and encourage me to keep posting helpful and useful content in the future. Hope to see you soon in the next video. And until then, elevate your career and elevate your life. Bye for now.